What's up, Internet? Coach Dennis here. Follow along as I attempt 100 strict pull-ups for time. This is day 6 of my Coaching Cotter series, where I coach my good friend Cotter on exactly what to do to grow his arms and grow his legs and be more fit, all by the end of the year. Cotter was my bunk mate and dorm mate in basic training and tech school. About the first 9 months of my Air Force experience was spent living with Cotter, and we are still friends today. He is still in the Air National Guard, or is it the reserves? I'm not sure, but he attempted the same workout yesterday in uniform on drill weekend, and he also hit his PT test, and he passed with flying colors. Now, Cotter's been following along with my content. He reached out and he said, man, my arms, my legs, they're not growing. What do I do? So I'm writing him a program that I'm actually going to be doing alongside of him, which I'll be showcasing here in this Coaching Cotter series. So for day 6, the mission was simple. It was complete 100 pull-ups. Of course, we got to put a little competition to it. So let's say, hey, let's do it for time. Now, this is going to be a little bit boring if you're following along. Yeah, I'm basically hitting sets of 3, sets of 5 until I get the job done. So feel free to count along. I'm notoriously a bad rep counter. I might have done less. I might have done more. Somebody tell me in the comments exactly how many pull-ups did I do. But that's not exactly what I want to talk about today. So as the thumbnail indicated, I messed up big time. Or did I? On Thursday, day 4 of the Coaching Cotter series program, we attempted German volume training with squats. That's 10 sets of 10 repetitions of squats, 100 squats, and I did it on the 2-minute interval, so it took about 20 minutes. And let me tell you what, my legs have been absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. It's Sunday. My legs still feel like bricks. Now, I've experienced muscle soreness in the past, and you can certainly train through muscle soreness. I've experienced muscle stiffness, but when I tell you, it just felt like my quads were full of cement. I mean, tender to the touch, tender with every step. And so what that tells me, because I have other goals, because my primary goal right now is training for a triathlon, that I probably did a little too much. And I know this because that soreness, that fatigue has impacted my other training. So the question that I want to answer for people is, how much fatigue, how much soreness is appropriate, how to judge, what's enough, what's too much. Now, number one is it's okay to train through soreness, and you'll be surprised what you can actually do with the right mindset. Even though when I get out of bed, I'm tiptoeing around with pain in my quads, don't let that stop you from showing up to the workout. An amazing thing happens. You can flip a switch when you get moving, and you often can do more despite the pain. So my workout yesterday, Saturday, a couple days after the squat workout, was about an hour on the bike and about 40 minutes of running off the bike. So a brick workout is a classic sort of triathlon race preparation type workout. You bike right into running. The last 30 minutes of my bike was meant to be in zone 4, so high intensity, and the run intervals were meant to be incrementally faster miles. Now, the good news is that really this was a heart rate workout. So the success of the workout just depended on me getting my heart rate in the appropriate zones. And I was able to achieve that. So that's something to keep in mind for folks out there, is that your speed is not always the indicator of a good workout. So by all means, it was a successful workout. I got my heart rate into zone 4 on the bike for 30 minutes. I got my heart rate up into zone 4, zone 5 for the runs. That's fine. But boy, did my speed suffer. And that's something to keep in mind. I'm about 5 weeks out from the race. It's okay right now for me to be a little slow on some of these workouts. However, 3 weeks out, definitely 2 weeks out, 1 week out, I want to be hitting my goal splits. I want to be at race speed, because part of just going fast is muscle memory of working at those speeds. So that's something I need to consider as I start to close in on my final month of training I have 2 races coming up. I have Sprint Nationals in Atlantic City, and then I have my favorite sprint triathlon, the Lake Olathe Triathlon. They're back-to-back, week after week, so September 15th and 23rd, something to that effect. So what will I do? That's kind of the question. I'm already dreading next Thursday's squat workout, which is, on paper supposed to be 10 by 10. I think I have a couple options. We can either reduce the weight, so I can stick with 10 by 10 and drop the weight that I used. Could be good. Or I can drop the reps and maybe do a 5 by 10, which I'm thinking is the route that I'm going to go, because I'm a bigger believer in progressive overload. I'd like to continue increasing the weight that I use with those sets. And maybe what I'll do, because this is a program that we plan to do from now to the end of the year, is stick with 5 by 10, get through the races, and then slowly start building up the set, so that eventually I'm getting to those 10 by 10 without feeling so absolutely destroyed. And this is just a message I would share to anybody who's following a program without a coach, is like, man, just because you download this program from somewhere or you see somebody else doing it, doesn't mean you have to always do exactly what's on paper. You have to learn to listen to your body and manage that pain and fatigue. I think the key is that if you look at the full week of training, you kind of have an idea of what you should be getting out of each workout and some somewhat performance metrics. And if you have one workout in the week that is disrupting several other workouts, it's probably a good idea to adjust that workout. So yeah, that's really what I have to talk about. Wow, we're only 8 minutes in, and spoiler, it takes me about 13 minutes to do all 100 of these pull-ups. So what else am I going to talk about? So how I'm going to approach this pull-up workout in the future. Today was kind of a baseline. I didn't have a plan. I didn't warm up. I just said, hey, let's just hit a lot of short, frequent sets and see what we get done. So even though I did sets of 3 and 5 for the most part today, getting the work done in about 13 minutes, that averages out to about 7-8 reps per minute. So I think I want to turn this into an EMOM, every minute on the minute type workout like I did with the squats in the future, and stick to that rep range. So I think I'll start with 7 per minute and see if I can hold on to those bigger sets. When we're talking about growth, I do think higher rep sets are going to lend themselves to arm growth better than the density of maybe doing it in a shorter amount of time, but smaller rep sets. And we'll just build within that. Can I get 7 reps per minute for 14 minutes? Can I get 8 reps per minute in 13 minutes? Can I get 9, etc., until maybe I can do 10 reps every minute for 10 minutes. I think that would be a really, really awesome and achievable goal. And trying to keep the reps strict. All right, now we're 9.5 minutes in. Who's still with me? Put it in the comments. I'm 9.5 minutes in. Who's counting reps? How many do I actually do? I don't know. Should I just insert music for the rest of the video here? I don't know. Whatever. Here's what I'll say about pull-ups. They take time to develop. Everything takes time to develop. And the more reps, the better. So I do think this is a great workout for people. Just not necessarily put it on the clock, but just say, I'm going to accumulate 100 reps in a workout. If your goal isn't building the biceps, if the goal is just getting better at pull-ups, maybe do something like, I'm going to do 30 reps every single day. I found that you can recover pretty well from pull-ups. And like I said previously, it's okay to train a little sore. And frequency and practice. Pull-up is a skill as much as it is a strength exercise. So the more you practice it, the better you can. Same with push-ups. If you're in the military, do these calisthenics as often as possible. Adjust the volume. One of my favorite coaches, Pavel Tsatsouline, Russian kettlebell guy, he talks about undulating the intensity and volume of days. So maybe one day you do 100 pull-ups, maybe the next day you do 30, and then the next day you do 80, and then the next day you do 50, and then 100, but always kind of changing up so the body's never getting overloaded with just one stress, getting accommodated to just one stress. I don't know what to say. I did not plan for a 13-minute video. What else is cool? What else is good in the world? One thing that's really bothering me is that low belly fat. Let's just be completely honest. I'm really starting to look shredded. I really am. Like, the back is definitely looking shredded. When I flex, I'm going to flex here at the end. I'm definitely looking more shredded, but that stubborn low belly fat, it all comes down to diet. I'm doing my best to be at calorie maintenance or slight calorie deficit, but there's a balancing game where you want to fuel enough to recover from your workouts, to have fuel enough to do good in your next workout. And when you're trying to get shredded, it really is the long game, okay? If you race to body fat loss, your performance is going to suffer a lot in the short term. And honestly, that's just no fun unless you have some, you're doing a show, or you're going to the beach, a big Cancun weekend in a few weeks. Fine, go ahead and do your shred. But in the long run, you just want to take your time. All right, so here we are. We're coming in at the end. I think I did 100. I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments. I wanted to finish off with sets of 5. And yeah, I'm sore. So let's give a little flex. Yeah, dude, what a pump. What a great pump. Something so simple as pull-ups. And then, I like to warm up with basketball, but I had to show off a little bit. Rate my shot there. That's a very forgiving rim. I couldn't get any swishes over the beam. Yep, it was good. And then I finished off with 30 minutes on the treadmill. So yeah, thanks guys. That's all I got. Thanks for sticking with me. Follow along. Peace, love, out.